hold on, what is going on here? Now, I know a lot of the Duce fans might be a little bit confused staring at this stunning woman sitting next to me on camera today. But this is another bonus episode of Duce Nights with LV. I am here with Jenna Hills today.
Indeed.
Say what's up to him real quick. Let me just introduce him real quick. Guys, this is the only woman in the world that I would wait weeks and weeks and weeks on for anything in life.
Weeks? Not
Weeks
months?
and shit, I guess months. I don't know.
Years?
My biggest and only crush I've ever had in my entire life. The beautiful, intelligent, and very sexy Jenna motherfucking Hills.
Keep it going.
We are here today, and everybody, if you want to follow this beautiful woman, is at what, Jenna Hills?
Yeah, Jenna Hills with 3 L's and 4 S's.
3 L's, 4 S's. Y'all gonna catch a couple L's trying to slide in her DMs. Don't play with her. But anyway, yeah. Back before when I told y'all that we had a couple of special women that I had lined up, she was one of them. We had to cancel those episodes. I had a lot going on at the time. But we finally have her in studio today. We finally coordinated and we got her here. And so I actually let her pick the topic, which is a first for a guest. We never let them pick topics, but she had something that she wanted to talk about. And so we got here today. So thank you for coming on, Jenna.
Absolutely. I'm excited to be here.
Well, let's talk about something. Now, a lot of these people think that I talk negatively about women, but the fact is I love women. And you know that firsthand, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, I love women.
Okay.
Like, I'm obsessed with them.
I would hope so.
I think they're like the greatest thing in the world. And so I'm going to actually argue the opposite side of what you're talking about.
Okay.
Because you're big into standards and, you know, not going back to toxic relationships, right? Go ahead, explain that a little bit.
So basically, I just feel like if a man really wants you, he's going to show you right off the bat how bad he wants you and what he would do to have you. And I know, like, the honeymoon stage is also a big factor in all of it. Like, a man's going to show you everything that you want to see at first, you know?
Okay.
But my thing is when he starts to show you his true colors, why stay? You know, that's, I don't know, it's kind of what, he's showing you how he is and how he's going to be moving forward. So why would you stick around hoping that he would change?
Because you've seen it before. So, like, if you've seen... So, here's the thing I
But
always
it goes
argue.
back to men are going to show you this persona of what you want to see.
You don't think women do the same thing?
Absolutely they do.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, I'll just tell you from my experience, right? When you see so much good in a person and you see the person that they can be, right? And you see, like, intimate moments, even as far as, like, going on dates with them, right? And you see, like, let's say y'all go for, like, fucking a walk and y'all talk for, like, 2 or 3 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see deeply into this person. And you see them in private, right? Going to their house, being away from people. Because a lot of the time when people act out, it's usually in public around other people because they have a public persona that they need to keep, right? But if I see certain things in private that I realize are part of your character, but you just don't know how to express them publicly to fit the same persona that you have to keep publicly, then I want to bring those out. Because that's the person that, for lack of a better, I fell in love with, right? So, like, with you personally, me and you haven't had a lot of conversations. All I know is that you're beautiful and you have a beautiful face. Like, that's all I know.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm. But, for instance, going on a date with a girl, you find out more about their personal life. You find out kind of about their struggles and stuff. And the longer you get to know anybody, whether it's a man or a woman, right? You kind of get to see deeper into that person than anybody else on the outside might see, right? And so maybe in the crowd, when you guys are out drinking or at a bar or whatever, it's one type of personality, but that's just what they have to show the world because they're so insecure about things, or maybe there's certain things that they struggle with that they just don't want people to see, but they open up to you personally, right? And so, like you said, so give me an example of something that is like that's off the table for me.
Well, I'll just say what I experienced recently.
Okay.
There was this guy, he acted like he was all about me,
Mm-hmm.
but he would never invite me to go out with him. He would always tell me he's going out, but it would never be like, hey, like, why don't you meet me here? Like, let's have fun together. It was always like, I had to just randomly run into him. And I don't like that. Like, if I'm with you, you should want to be seen with me, you know, like, especially if we're, like, hooking up and we've been talking for a while, like, I don't know, I feel like you should want to be around me and, you know, want me to be around your friends, but if you're just kind of acting like I'm a secret.
So let me ask you a question. Are you a bold enough person to actually ask the person about the issue?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
So what you're saying is you asked.
I did ask.
And what was the answer that was given?
It was, he said, it's not that I don't want to, like, hang out with you, it's just I feel like you're already out doing your own thing, and I get that, you know, I like to go out alone and I like to have fun, but also I'm the type of person where if you're out, I would love if you texted me and was like, hey, I'm here, like, you know, if you want to see me, come see me. Not just basically acting like we're both out and then act like you don't know me when you see me.
Yo, that's crazy. Acting like you don't know somebody in public that you've seen naked before is fucking crazy to me.
Bonkers.
Like, yo, you are wildin'.
And that's what I've just experienced a lot of, and it's just, I don't know what it is, and I know it's not me, like, I'd want to be seen with me, I'd want to, you know, hang out with me, like, no conceited shit, but, like, I feel like I'm...
Now be conceited, this is a platform to be fucking
okay, I'm
conceited
conceited.
Yeah. Pop your shit.
But I
It's
don't
the
know, like,
platform
I just feel like if you have a beautiful woman who wants to be around
Like
you
yourself.
all the time, yes, and wants to have fun with you, why would you not take that opportunity and, you know, use that?
Do I know this person? Just
Probably
yes or
not.
no?
I don't
No?
know.
Hey, yo, let me look in the camera right now because I know you're going to watch. You a fucking loser, dog.
Tweaking.
How you going to have a beautiful woman like this, right? And not want to be seen in public with her? You a whole fuck. Like, dog, come on now. I know these bitches out here busted, bro. And you have a beautiful girl. And I know.
Can I tell you the worst part too?
Go ahead.
He's gonna know it's about him, but I
Yeah.
don't even care.
Tell him.
The
Tell
night
him
that I'm
that.
talking about,
Yeah.
I went to Bond
Okay.
out of
We
nowhere.
don't have to name drop
I
establishments.
know, I know,
Like,
I know.
you
I'm
just
sorry,
told
I'm
me
sorry.
no free promo and then you're giving free promo. But
Okay,
go ahead.
It wasn't Bond.
Okay.
But so I didn't even know he was out. I told him I was out, and he stopped texting me for like a good 2 hours.
Ooh.
And I walk into this club,
There we go. That's
and
better.
he's right fucking there.
Mm.
So me being the girl I am, I'm like, okay, well, you didn't want to tell me you're here, then I'm gonna act like you're not here.
So you petty.
Yes.
Mm.
But listen, I look over and he's fucking making out with the nastiest, crustiest girl I've ever seen in my life. And I'm just like, dude, if you have someone...
Somebody gonna be upset about this.
But like, I mean, come on. Like,
Not even them. Like this.
It's just the principle. Like, you didn't tell me you were out, and then when I see you out, you're gonna do some grimy ass things like that. Like, why would I want to mess with you after that? You know?
No, that's a very fair point. But let me just speak from a perspective of that guy, because I'm not gonna lie, I have been that guy. I ain't gonna say I'm making out with no crusty bitches because everybody know all my bitches beautiful. But let's just say I was talking to somebody that we on the show like to call Warbot. Lonnie is behind the camera right now. You know who Warbot is. I'll show you who she is after this, and you probably know who she is.
Okay.
But anyway, this bitch, and yes I say bitch,
Bitch.
because, yo, fuck you. Anyway, made me mad, right? And now I'm sitting next to the beautiful Jenna Hills. I'm sitting next to the beautiful Jenna Hills, so, like, does it even really matter that Warbot was even a fucking person? Like, come on, we living out here. This is life. Stop fucking playing with me. Anyway.
Better days are ahead.
100%. So, this girl made me mad, right? She is very immature, which makes sense. And I like when Lonnie's behind the camera. She's very immature, and she wanted to play some jealousy shit. So it was kind of like, well, if you're gonna keep accusing me of shit, well then I'm just gonna do that shit in your face, because you want to know what? You done fucked with the wrong person today.
But you were okay with losing her?
100%.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, right? And I'm putting people's business on blast because that's what I fucking do on this show.
True. Yeah.
I told her before we even started talking, this was the third time that we tried talking, right? And I told her, I said, listen, before we go into this, if it doesn't work this time, then I'm done trying. Because here's the thing about me and standards, right? I'm not giving somebody a million chances. There's one person in this world that I give a million chances to. They're not here no more. Lonnie, shut the fuck up. Stop making noises back there.
Smacking his lips.
I'm not dealing with them no more. But there's one person in this world I give a million chances to. And you're not her, bitch. So, if I give you a second chance and even a third chance on top of that, right? I'm going to set a limit at some point. We're not just going to keep doing the same stupid bullshit over and over and over again, especially when the problems are the same problems that are presenting themselves. So yeah, I was 100% cool with losing her. Like, I didn't care. At the end of the day, you know what I did? I turned it into content. We're doing this show? Alright, cool. If I'm not going to have you part of my life, then I'll just turn you into content. And it's as simple as that. But, so speaking for this guy's perspective, and I still think you a loser for fumbling the bag right here, because this is a very nice bag. Can't even lie. That's like an LV
It's like
bag.
a Birkin.
Yeah, something like that.
An LV?
This might be a Chanel bag right here. Hey, this might be a top of the line Chanel bag. Like 250,000 type shit. Anyway. Yeah. Is there anything that you might have contributed to it, or you think it was just somebody
Okay,
wild?
so I will say I asked him after why he did it, because I always like to get like
An explanation.
yeah, because especially when I feel like I'm not in the wrong, I like to see if I actually was.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
I'm always in the wrong according to everybody else.
So I had asked him, and he said, "Well, when I saw you, like you had all these guys around you, and you were walking down the street with a guy, which."
I already know. You don't have to say any names because I don't want to edit.
Okay, but you know, like.
Yep.
I'm always with guys. I feel safe around them, especially going out. Like, I'm always gonna be with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be with girls, sure, but you will always see me. If I'm alone, I'm going to be with a guy.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very fair.
I don't know. Like, it's a scary world for a girl. I would love to be safe than sorry, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever. I explained that to him. It's just a friend. It's nothing like that. Well, then he said, well, when I saw you at this club, you know, all these guys were around you and, like, smacking your ass, and
You were letting guys smack your ass?
it was for the video.
I need to find out who these guys
For
are.
the
'Cause me and them got
video.
beef now. Like, nah. They got
Listen,
me fucked up.
You know anything about me?
They got me-
I'll be checking that booty.
They got me personally fucked up, though. Like, that's crazy.
And I don't even remember them smacking my... Okay, if they were, whatever, that's fine. You know, it'll
That's
happen. I'm single, though.
That's
you know?
awful. That's crazy.
I'm single, so it's like, I mean, you know, just having fun, dancing. What's the harm in that? But then you took the extra step to make out. I would have never done that. You know, like.
I can't even lie. I know I just dissed this guy a lot, but, like, I feel him a little bit. Like.
But making out, like, okay, I would have been so okay if he was just, like, dancing with another girl. I get that. But making out, that's
but here's the
very,
thing.
very personal.
Here's the thing, right? You just said you were petty, like, maybe 5 minutes ago.
I am petty, yes.
Okay, right? And so, as a petty person, as myself is, when somebody does something, it's not enough to just do something bad. You have to one-up their thing that they're doing. That's part of being petty, right?
Right.
So, like, you was getting your ass smacked. Like, yeah, what's the next step after that? Like, now I gotta kiss this bitch.
No!
What would you like me to do?
No.
What would you like me to do?
Not kiss her.
What? Okay, what's the next step above smacking ass?
Not play tongue hockey with her.
How you know it's tongue involved? You was that invested? You was zoomed in, huh?
Come on, yes.
Like, yeah.
Absolutely.
You had like 3 times vision on.
Yes.
You was looking in their mouths.
But let me tell you, it made me feel better because after I saw that, she went down on the floor and started making out with so many other people.
Oh, damn.
So I felt a lot better.
This hoe for everybody. I don't even know who this hoe is, but she for
I
everybody.
felt a lot better about it, but I see where he was coming from, that retaliation.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I'm going to be honest, when I walked in there and I saw him, I was like, the fact that he didn't tell me he was here, like, fuck this dude, you know? And that's why I let, those guys smack my ass. And it was for a video.
Wait, hold on.
It was for a video.
Okay.
I wouldn't just do that just because, But, then he made out with a girl right in front of me.
And so, like, that was raps, that was it?
Well, so I went up to him, tapped on his shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like your character.
Yeah, no. I
Me
went
and
up
Jenna
to
are very
him.
similar, and, like, we kind of sort of from the same area on the map.
Kind of.
So, like, I mean, she from fucking...
We're from the Midwest.
Yeah, but she from, like, the cornfields, just saying.
The trap fields.
Yeah, she from fucking... She from Quad Cities. We're just gonna say Quad Cities. We'll just leave it at that. Anybody, that's very regional. That's very regional. Only
No,
few
there's a
people-
lot of people that live there. I bet they'll
No, for sure, but only a few people are gonna know what that is.
I know. Look it
Yeah.
up. Look it up real quick.
Yeah, she from Quad Cities. I'm not.
CHI.
Yeah. But you tap on his shoulder. Go ahead, finish your story.
I tap on his shoulder and I kept it cute and simple. And I was like, don't ever talk to me again. I said, you're disgusting for that.
Mm.
I would never do that.
Fair.
And then I blocked him on everything.
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 You know what my favorite thing about getting blocked on everything is?
Email?
No, finding new ways. Well, technically. But no, mine is text now. Like, but finding new ways to reach out. Finding new ways to reach out is the best. Email's like so 2018.
I would do it. I would send
I got like 2, like I got text now and something else. Hold on, I'll tell
I
you
would
what it is.
spam your email for sure.
Oh, shit, my day to day. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I can't do the text now.
Text now and text free. I got them both. Look, they're right there.
Please stop.
She seen it, like dead ass.
It's legit.
Yeah, I don't be playing. Ain't no cap in my rap.
Okay, but honestly though, like at that point, like, wouldn't you just get like the hint? Like that's
Nope.
just
There's no hints. We locked in for life. That's my wife.
because honestly, like when I blocked that guy,
Mm.
I was like, I want nothing to do with him ever. Sure, I know I'm gonna see him again, but I do not want him to ever be able to get in contact with me again.
Yeah, but how long have you been dealing with that person?
Not even long.
See, that's the difference. Like those 2 apps are for somebody like long term.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
for
not.
sure.
I'm not. Yo, hey, yo, check this out. I'm looking at the camera right now. Right? For these bitches that think I'm obsessed with them, you're fucking delusional. I've had that thrown on me recently, and they're fucking delusional. They have their fucking mind.
Okay.
There's one bitch I've ever been obsessed with, and that's why I have those 2 apps downloaded.
Okay.
But that was like over like a 4-year span. Like that's a long term
So you
build
still
up.
text her using those?
I'm not gonna incriminate myself.
Does she respond?
I'm not
at
gonna
least?
incriminate myself.
Just answer that question.
I'm not answering questions.
Okay.
This isn't my. Don't come on my platform and ask me shit like that. That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
You're trying to get me arrested is what
It'll
you're
never
trying to
happen
do.
again, I promise.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I mean, okay, I'll respond. She does respond, but not to me. She responds to him.
Whoa.
So she responds to what I say, but she has me blocked on everything, so she just DMs him the answers. That's how it works. So she talks to me through somebody else. Very childish, right?
Very. And why do you want to keep doing that?
Because I love her. That's my wife.
I get that, but.
But I love you too. So like, what does love even really
Okay,
mean?
but on my point of view on everything is like, your soulmate, I believe.
It's a dumb bitch.
No. Your soulmate will not ever make you feel like you have to do all that.
See, I don't agree with you. Here's what I'll say. I feel like in this world, and this is just from my own experiences, right? I haven't lived a protected life, right? I've been subjected to basically any and everything that the world has to throw at you at this point. I think that the person that you're meant to end up with is whoever is bullshit that you can tolerate. And this is what I mean. If there is somebody out there that you are willing to deal with event after event for, but still can see enough in that person where you're not really that pressed about the stupid ass, dumb, childish ass, I can't even really throw that many more disrespectful comments out type shit, and you keep going back to them, then that's the person you were meant to be with.
Okay, but hear me out on this.
I'm listening.
What if the person that is meant for you would never even, I don't know, I just feel like if they were really meant for you, they would never put you through something like that. Like, things should always come so easily.
Can I tell you something, Jenna?
You.
That's not realistic. That's a fairy tale.
There's
nobody, listen.
I get that, but I've also been in so many, like, the toxic shit. Like, you can't.
No, for sure.
You can't honestly sit here and tell me, like, I love that like.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that toxic shit, first of all, I don't like that word. I think that word is overused. But what I will say is, Lonnie, stop making fucking noises behind the camera. What I will say is that nothing in this world is perfect.
I just think, but I get what you're saying. Like, you see through the bullshit and you still see the good in them. But that person shouldn't do all that. If they are really meant for you, like, it really should not be that hard. It should be set in stone, like, very clear to you, like, this is my person, because we don't have to deal with anything.
What you're speaking to is an emotionally mature person. But at the age that we're at right now, especially you, okay?
I'm 21.
You didn't have to say that. So
just so y'all know.
So for me personally, right? I'm a little bit older than you.
Okay.
And
stop.
And what I'll say right now is, at my age, and women that I deal with that are my age, should be able to be emotionally mature enough, or getting to that level where some of that stuff should not happen, and then to a certain point, as we progress in life, not happen at all. Which is what you're talking about, right? You're talking about people being emotionally mature enough to say, I didn't like something, but let me talk it out instead of being petty, or, as a lot of people like to say, toxic. Mm-hmm. Okay? And what I'm saying is, in your 20s, which you are, and so am I. Anyway, that might not be realistic in the time that you're at, right? So, there are people that I know who are more grown and mature than me, and at an older age, that always are like, why do you deal with the shit that you deal with? And that's because I understand that everybody in life has their own clock. And sometimes it might not be as simple as figuring it out as quickly as everybody else does, right? Sometimes you might have to go through those trials and tribulations and learn from shit. Like, as long as you're doing shit and learning from it, then it's not a mistake, it's a lesson, right? So, let's say that we were in a relationship, okay? And you fucked up or I fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Just because there was a fuck up that happened doesn't necessarily mean that we don't care for each other. What it does mean is, did whoever fucked up learn from that? Or are they going to continue down the same path and continue to fuck up? And that's what you need to look at. You need to look at, and then you also need to look at history. So if somebody struggles with something as a history, is that something that you're willing to deal with and put up with and help them through? Or is it just too much and you can't deal with it? Right? So let's say you're dating somebody who cheats a lot, right? Which is not an okay thing to do.
And I would never do that.
No. I don't know if you would or not.
I would not.
But let's just say you're a cheater.
Yeah.
Alright?
I'm the cheater now?
Yeah, you're the cheater.
Okay.
Well, it's definitely not going to be me. I wear all white. I'm pure. I'm not a cheater. But let's just say you're the cheater, because you're wearing black.
Okay.
You got red nails.
Okay.
Anyway.
Valid. Okay.
You cheat once, and I forgive you for it.
Okay.
And this is something you've done a lot of times, right? So now we need to get to what the root of the problem is. Are you just somebody who is going to do that? Or is there actually a problem that in your brain is leading you to do this, right? Now, I'm not a psychiatrist. I can't make you do one thing or another or even lead you either way. But what I can do is, as somebody who is dealing with this issue, is try to figure out what the problem is and see if I'm able to be the piece that's missing, right? But let's not even go to cheating because that's kind of wild. Let's say you're dealing with somebody who, fuck it, we'll go to my shit because we on my platform, right? But Jenna doesn't watch this show, so she doesn't know this. But what a lot of people who have dated me in the past know, and now the general public knows because I've talked about it on the show, is I struggle with multiple personalities and like that type of thing. Lonnie, shut the fuck up back there. God damn.
So much
This
judgment.
isn't your fucking bonus episode. Holy shit. Anyway, that's a very hard thing to date somebody who has that.
Right.
And so sometimes I might be wilding and sometimes I might be like nonchalant and not give a fuck. There might be a person out there who is willing to deal with that. Or can be like, okay, I know when he's in this mode and I can deal with this, and I know when he's in that mode and I have to keep him in mind, right? That's why some episodes you need to start watching this after this episode.
I know, I should, huh?
That's why some episodes I come in here and I'm with this motherfucker and I be wilding the fuck out and he be trying to calm me down, cause that's my brother over there, right? So he knows like, oh Vic on that shit today, or okay, like the last episode that we did, we had a very emotional, or like emotionally mature conversation because that's just where I'm at right now. I can be so calm and fucking actually process shit. Like I don't have to wild out, right? And so sometimes you just find the right person who, no matter what it is, because everybody comes with baggage. You're not gonna ever meet anybody who comes without baggage. But no matter what that might be, can be like, you know what, fuck that shit. Hey, I understand that you deal with what we talked about last episode, an alcohol issue, right? But I can be here for you and be supportive. I might not be able to fix the problem, but I can support you, right? Or whatever the issue may be. Like, it might be a small issue, it might be a big issue. You never know what you're gonna run into. But I do know that when you find a person, and so for me, first and foremost, I have to be physically attracted to you. Like, that's my most important thing. Like, before personality, before anything, right? I could put up with anything, but if you're ugly, I can't put up with that.
I agree.
I gotta wake up to you every fucking morning.
Right.
But if that is good, then no matter what else may be the issue, I can be like, you know what? Let's try to get through this. Because
So you're saying just based on looks, like that's how you determine if you can handle somebody?
yes,
Oh.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. It could be like we're not gonna talk about it, but it could be like the most fucked up shit. Like you just wilding all the time, constantly, 24/7.
What about like hoe shit? Like what if she's really cute, but like she's
She's a
had
whore?
sex with literally every single one of your friends?
Whoa. Okay, first of all,
See? Now we're getting
my friends is crazy, cause like, can it not be my friends? Like, you can't find nobody else to fuck but my friends.
Okay, not your like immediate friends or like your circle. Oops, sorry, but
She fucks people that I know.
yeah, like you've heard
So she
multiple
just
people
ran
around
through.
you. Yeah, and like this city is pretty small.
So, first of all, don't put us in a location.
They don't know where we're at.
It doesn't matter. Don't put us in a small city. But
It's gotta be
jeez, I
small.
should have talked to her more before we came on. That's what
It's
our
her
meeting.
fault.
No, that was our meeting was about, and then like it just didn't. But anyway, so
But she's cute.
like
But
how
she's a
cute?
whore.
Like how cute? Like, is she you level cute?
Maybe a little bit lower, but
No.
it's hard to be.
No. She gotta be perfect like you.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's just say.
So you would still like if she did look like me, but she was just out here like going home with a different guy every single time she went out.
So obviously that would have to change when me and her were dating.
So you could get past that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could get past that. But here's the thing, and I've said this on this platform before, right? I don't ever want to know any girl's past. Ever in my entire life. And you might feel the same way about guys, or you might not, but I don't want to know nothing. Anything before me, I don't want to fucking know. I promise you I don't. Because I will judge you. I'm a very judgmental person.
I also don't want to be like, and it might sound bad to say, but I don't want to be like seen with somebody that does have that reputation, because I don't want it to like fall back on me and be like, oh well.
You're just.
Yeah, like.
No, but here's my thing, right? Everybody has a past.
Right.
I don't want to know it, but let's just say, for example, and I'm just going to use me and you so that way we're not throwing anybody else out under the bus, right?
Okay.
Me. Let's just say I had a reputation of talking or being with a lot of females, right? Shut the fuck up. Holy shit. I can't do anything around this place. Anyway, first of all, you don't know if it's true or not, just because it's a reputation. Like, people might throw something on somebody else's jacket that may or may not be true. But secondly, I don't think that you should hold that against the person until you get to know them as a person, right? So let's say that's somebody you're actually interested in. Why are you going to hold that against them when you don't know for a fact?
Right.
If you've seen it firsthand, sure, hold it against them. But if you're just taking people's word of mouth, like, they can say anything they want about you. People can tell me all day what Jenna Hills does and what she doesn't do. But they're not in her bedroom every night. They don't know what she does. You just said you hang around with a lot of guys, right? Everybody could think that you're fucking every single one of those guys.
Right.
And that could be your reputation, right? Oh, she hangs around with a lot of guys, so she must be fucking them, right? And that could be the furthest thing from the truth. But until somebody sat down and got to know you and got to know who you are as a person. Like, see, I know you. Not to the extent of, like, we've had a lot of conversations, but I've just learned your personality. And what I do know is you love attention.
I do love
I told you this the other night. Me and you had this exact conversation the other night. You like it. You like attention. But you don't want people to have access when they give you the attention. So you want their attention without access. And I've learned that about you. So that doesn't make you a bad person. And that doesn't make you anything that somebody may say, you know? You're not acting out of your body. You're not going crazy with it. Just because somebody stares at you and gives you attention doesn't mean you're taking them home at the end of the night. And that's what I think a lot of people don't understand. We've talked about this on the show before, but there was, not in this city, somewhere else, there was somebody that I dealt with that was a stripper. Okay? That did happen. It was a very real topic that was on this show.
Okay, tell me about it. What was the...
Oh yeah, because Jenna doesn't watch our episodes. Anyway, so I just gotta recap this real quick, right? So, there's this girl, and I did meet her at her job. She was stripping, right? Like, I've been going to strip clubs since I'm 15 years old, so like that's not something that's new to me.
Okay.
Like, that's just a culture that I was brought up in. But, she was at work. I was there. I didn't spend any money on her at all. She came out. She sat with me. She talked. We talked for a little bit. We exchanged numbers. Obviously, when you go to a strip club, you don't think anything's gonna come of it. If you do, you're out of your fucking mind because they're there for work, right? She started texting me. It was like kind of weird because it wasn't the norm, but whatever. And then I went to go see her again. Whatever happened, she ended up texting me and said she wanted to come to my house. She came to my house. We chilled. Whatever happened, happened. Yes, that smile. Yes, yes, that smile.
So you already know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'll say for girls like that is, just because, and their job is literally to get naked, right, in front of men. That's their job. But they're not taking them home. They're not taking all that. And some of them do. I can't even lie. Some of them do. Some of them are like that. Some of them are fucking active.
Yeah.
But for the ones who actually are there just to grind and just to be there, for the most part, they don't do that. And so, like, I'm not going to judge somebody based off what their job or occupation might be. Like, OnlyFans girls, right? For instance. I'm not even going to talk about her because she's not with us anymore. But
Rest in peace.
no, not like that. She's like not with the show anymore. No, she's not part of the show anymore. Let me be more specific. But I don't think there's nothing wrong with girls doing OnlyFans because I would say 99% of those girls don't ever meet any of the guys who are giving them money.
Yeah, no.
They're sending the pictures of themselves, and most of the time it'll be in like lingerie or whatever type of shit. So it's not even like they're getting completely naked and sending these pictures. Like,
and you choose what you want to sell.
Exactly.
Men are gonna buy
anything regardless.
Yeah. If it's you, if they're attracted to you, they're gonna want to see anything that you have to give them.
If it's one thing out here that I'll say, men are fucking horny.
Absolutely.
So you might send them a picture of your feet and they might fucking like that shit. Or you might send them a picture in fucking shorts and a crop top. And they'll pay you $20 for it.
Well, and I will say that, like, pay-per-view, like, they don't even know what they're buying until they buy it. So you could honestly just send them a fucking selfie. Yeah.
100%. So what I'm saying is, no, I'm not, like, the OnlyFans girls, I'm not going to judge them. Like, do what you do. At the end of the day, you're making money. And you live in your life. And you're controlling what you give to people. So.
Can I add on to the strip club thing, though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I have a very strong opinion on this, and I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Go ahead.
So I worked at one, bartending. Don't
Mhm.
do me.
I wasn't even gonna give that away. You gave that away. I'll let you tell your story.
I'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I was so adamant on because when I've worked at other places, I'm like, you could meet your future husband, like, like there's endless possibilities. But when I worked at the strip club, I just was so stuck on, you are not going to meet your husband here. Like, you're not going to meet anyone that you want to pursue here. Because I just don't want, not saying it's anything wrong that when guys go to a strip club, but I just don't want someone that
goes to a strip club?
Yes.
Alright, let me just twofold this, right? I've dealt with a couple of them in my life. They probably thought the same thing and then I showed up, but I'm a go. Like, that's just who I am. I'm great. Like, everything I embody greatness. I have my entire life, and I hold myself to that standard. All the time. Well, there's periods of times where I didn't hold myself to the standard that I should have, but that was my first. So if you were married, right? Okay. Right, you had a husband or a boyfriend, right? So they go to the strip club. That's it. That's the end of the relationship.
No, but I'm just saying, like.
But you just said.
But when I worked there, I did not want to meet someone that goes there a lot. Like, yeah, I would see so many cute guys in there, but me being the person I am, I would put that feeling aside and just look at it as money, just straight money.
100%. No, I agree with that, and as you should have. But, so you're saying you don't want a strip club regular?
Yeah, I don't want a guy that's going in there every Tuesday or Thursday or whatever, like that's just.
Tuesday and Thursday. It
doesn't even matter. Like, I know most of the guys.
You didn't even pick like the busy days. You didn't pick Friday, Saturday. You like Tuesday, Thursday.
Because
that's
it's $2 Tuesdays.
That's like creepy regulation.
But like, and like I would always say like, well, and my manager there asked me one time because I told him this, and he was like, well, what if he just came in like with his friends one time? Like, he wasn't getting any dances, nothing. And I guess I could work with that, but like also I just don't.
Okay, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying for you working in a strip club. What I'm saying is, you're dating a guy,
Okay.
and he says, me and the guys want to go to the strip club tonight.
That's fine.
Okay. I'll, like, piggyback on that. You're dating a guy, and he says, let's go to the strip club tonight. You going with him?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, like, you're not completely against it.
Yeah, I'm not against
I was just
that. And I've met so many couples that go there, like, since working there, and like.
So you're not saying you won't date a guy who goes to strip clubs. What you're saying is you're not going to date a guy that you met at the strip club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, basically.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. I don't know, just something about it, I don't know. It's not that I care about, like, what people think of that, it's just I don't want a guy that does that. Like, unless you're going there for me specifically, then.
You have people come there for you specifically?
Absolutely.
I bet. Yo, I'ma just fucking tell the truth.
Tell it.
I specifically went there for her to get her on this.
It worked.
Swear to God.
It worked.
Like, I knew Jenna before that, but I knew where she was gonna be, and I pulled up to get her on this podcast.
He did.
That's a true story.
But, like, I love seeing my friends there. I do, but it's just
Yeah.
anytime I would see, like, a cute guy, like, it's almost weird, like, the way that I would act when I was there, like, not that I'm too good for anyone there, but, like, I would just have my standards set high, like, you'd get all these girls that were like, oh my gosh, these guys just pulled out $4,000, like, go over there. I was the girl that would not go over there.
Can I just say something real quick? She's too good for everybody there. She's too good for everybody in life, but, like, specifically, everybody there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I knew that. I did know that.
I'm glad that you know that.
Like, that's why it helped me financially, because I put all my feelings aside, but I was literally, like, the hardest girl to get there. You would not see me, like, most of the girls would jump to go to every single table, and I would just sit back and wait until someone saw me and wanted to spend the money on me, you know? Like, I'm just not the type that's going to hound you for your money. If you want to give it to me, you'll give it to me. I shouldn't have to do anything for it, you know?
That's a very good point.
Gotta be different.
Are
A guy's not gonna want a girl that's like, you know, so like.
Easily accessible?
Yeah, like throwing themselves at him. They're gonna want the girl that's kind of hidden in the corner doing her own thing.
I've gotten a lot of backlash on this show
Okay.
for a couple of words that I say
What?
constantly. Hold on, I'm about to say it.
Okay.
Like, let me get to that, right? So basically what you just said, I'm gonna just say it how I would say it.
Okay.
But basically what Jenna just said is, guys don't want a whore. That's one of the words. They don't like when I say bitches and whores, and like I'm not even being rude when I say it. It's just a word.
They just don't want people that are easy. Yeah, they're gonna take it because it's there, but
I'm not taking it.
they're looking for someone that's doesn't care about that, especially at a strip club. Like, you're gonna find your most valuable people.
Wait, hold on. You think people? Oh, never mind. You're right. You're right. I'm wrong.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right. I thought about what I was about to ask you, and yes, there are people who go to look for girls at strip clubs.
Absolutely.
What we call those.
I was gonna say, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of guys that go in there looking for girlfriends, and it's kind of
That's
weird.
wild. Bruh, listen. If you listen to this show, and you go into a strip club looking for a girlfriend, you are a wild boy. Please reevaluate your life. And like, if you need somebody to talk about it, you need a mentor. Lonnie's right there. His DMs are open.
We'll put his link right here.
Yeah, we will do that. He likes to mentor people who make bad life choices. That's why he does the podcast with me.
But like, do you see what I'm saying though? Like, I mean, you being a guy, like, you're always gonna want the girl that's like.
Not a whore?
Yeah, like not throwing herself at you. You know.
Actually, that's not true.
Okay. Continue.
Me, personally, right? What I want is a girl who really likes me. So I'm not the type, and I know a lot of people be like, I want to chase, right? That's not me. I want the girl who actually really likes me. But what I'll say to kind of like back up your point is, I don't want her to like everybody. I only want her to like me. So I need to feel the type of feeling like you're not for everybody, but you specifically like me.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
I'm the person that you like. And if I feel that from you, yeah, you got me. You don't even have to do anything else.
Well,
you got to be pretty, but...
That's how I was. Like, when I was working, it's like, not everyone gets my attention because I want the person that actually deserves it to see that. Like, I don't want them to think that I'm just doing that just for the money. Like, obviously, I'm there for work. Like, I'm gonna make my money regardless. But I want to surround myself around the people that are actually going to benefit me. Not give me a little $2 tip here and there, you know? So I would always make myself seem... what's the word, like, I'm like trying to say like unapproachable, but like also like, I don't know.
Unavailable?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Like, you know, like not everyone gets a chance to talk to me, so if you do, take advantage of that. Yeah, take advantage.
Is that how you feel, like in day-to-day life?
Every day. I'm the coolest person ever. Like, I will come up to you and talk to you. Like, we can have a good time. I do.
I don't think she's the coolest person ever.
See, thank you. But, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like once you kind of put yourself at a standard where everybody else is at, you kind of lose your value, you know?
No, that's true. When you devalue yourself and make yourself available to everybody, then yes, you do devalue yourself, right? So, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. What am I talking about? Whores, right?
Whores.
These fucking whores out here, man. Yes, you do need to find a standard for yourself. As a matter of fact, there's a friend of the show, Marquise. I don't only call women whores, men are whores too, right? Marquise does not have any standards for himself.
Okay, wait, which one though?
Don't worry about all that. No.
Okay.
Friend of the show, Marquise.
Sorry, Marquise.
I'm not gonna say fucking last. You're wild because we're not editing this.
I'm just trying to figure it out. I like a good puzzle.
Well, ask me when we cut, like when we go off air.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Anyway. All I was saying that was to say, bro, you need some standards for yourself. Like we've been trying to tell you, and I feel like you're trying to fix your life, but like you probably should have started a little bit earlier. But anyway, even like these women who are out here and they just got crazy amount of bodies. Now, having said that, my standard for myself and everybody else is very low. Like, if you can't count the amount of people you slept with on two hands, I judge you. Like, wholeheartedly, I judge you.
But also, I feel like we're all grown adults. Like, we like to have sex. It's not a bad thing.
More than 10 people is crazy, though. That means you're accessible. More than 10 people means you're accessible.
I don't know, though. There's always, I mean, you never know what...
More than 10 people, Jenna.
And I understand that.
That's double digits.
I get that, but ask any man out here, I bet you they could not even fucking name them.
I'll ask myself, I can name all of them.
Okay, that's you, though, but, like, between men and female, like...
I can ask Lonnie right now, he can name all the people he slept with.
But are you being for real? Like,
yeah.
Are you telling the truth?
100%.
Yes.
You couldn't? You couldn't name them?
No, I could.
Okay. I can't see, it's dark in here.
I know, I can't even see him.
I can't see anybody in the room right now, it's dark as fuck in here. I feel like this is going to be a terribly lit episode.
But I also feel like when you're older and you're like say you're still single when you're 50, you're not going to give a fuck about how many bodies.
Okay, but
you know,
being single when you're 50 is crazy, first of all.
But it's possible. It happens. I mean, everyone is on a different path.
Jenna, do you think you're going to be single when you're 50?
Shit, I might. Just because the way that I live my life day to day, like, I just want to travel. I don't care about finding a boyfriend and getting married and having kids. That's not something I'm worried about. I'm worried about
okay, but here's the thing. If you find a person who wants to travel with you and likes and has all the same interests as you,
but I'm not,
do you not think there's that person?
But I also don't feel like, me personally, I don't feel like I was put on this earth to live this basic normal life. Like
nobody said you had to do that by having a person.
But like just the way that I've always thought about myself, I never figured I would ever get married or have kids.
No,
like,
that's...
You can ask my mom. I've been saying this
that's
ever
fine.
since I was young.
No, that's fine and that's great, but just because that might be one part of the truth doesn't mean you have to sleep with every single person you meet too.
Right.
So like,
but
what I'm
also,
saying is,
back to what I said, we're all human. We'd like to have sex. We've been having sex since we've been created, you know? Like, do you really think, like, back in the olden days, they really cared about that?
I'm just saying.
I just think, like, now that, like, social media and, like, everything is so glamorized and shit, like, I don't know, it's, we were put, we have these parts for a reason. We were supposed to explore.
That's
and,
fine. That's not my point. My point is they don't need to be accessible to every and anybody.
And I get that.
So
I do get
all
that.
I'm
but
saying
also,
is, like,
10 people